Morning guys, welcome to day one of the Dubai prep series. And look at the view. Absolutely amazing. It feels good to be back. Like I said yesterday, we landed 2 hours sleep on the flight because it's an overnight flight, which I'm probably going to start changing that if we move here. I don't think I'll do that because you just lose a day. You know, you try and get here and get everything sorted, but you just feel shattered all day. Obviously landing on the Sunday was good, but yeah, we just got all of our food stocked up, just getting prepared really. We got this camera, it's a new Osmo, we've got that set up. I've got 2 new mics in there that I've got to set up as well. But I just wanted to get recording vlog 1, 6 o'clock. Beautiful views, absolutely beautiful. Like this is probably the best view that we've had in an Airbnb. So obviously we're overlooking the palm, but this is technically still classed as marina. But if you see a little bit further down there, that's where we'll be staying in 10 nights, on that building on the right. So that will still overlook the palm, it'll be a bit closer. So the reason for staying there, we're basically just seeing what areas we want to live in. We stayed in JVC before. This is obviously much nicer than JVC. It's not that expensive to rent as an Airbnb, but obviously to live here it's probably more expensive. But this is the best view, definitely. And everything's within 20-minute drive, like 15, 20, 25-minute drive. There's no matter what area you live in, you're going to be fine wherever you need to go, like whatever gym you need to go to, whether that's Dungeon, Banus, other gyms around here. The malls, there's tons of malls. The Dubai Mall is 20 minutes away. So, you know, the Palm, wherever you want to go, it's just a short drive. It's easier to drive here, although it gets mega busy when in the winter months. That's more at peak time. It takes longer to drive from Basildon to Southend at rush hour than it does here, wherever you want to go. Like 25, 30 minutes. It takes you like an hour and a bit to get to Southend if you went there at like 4 o'clock. Because there's just one road in, whereas here's so many roads. So, day one today, I'm about to go and take all of my fat burners and subs. I'll take my fat burners and then we'll go and do steps, a little bit of abs in the hotel gym. We haven't signed up to another gym yet in terms of our cardio gym, but we're going to do that today because we're just seeing where to go. And then we'll start from there tomorrow morning because we haven't really got a bike at this Airbnb gym. It is, but it's not that good, so we might just sign up elsewhere. And it's nice to travel somewhere early, the roads are dead. You know, get up, do your cardio, drive there, do cardio, do your abs, stretching in a nice gym environment, maybe somewhere with a sauna or somewhere that's got a pool that we can chill in on rest days, and then come back, have 2 meals, and then get ready for chest and triceps, maybe a little bit of delts today as well, at Dungeon. I'm going to go and head in now, and I'll probably run you through a few of my fat burners. Alright guys, so a few morning subs. Do not take note of what the actual pots are. They've got all my burners in. I just put all my burners in more appropriate packaging to bring away. So we haven't got everything here because I haven't even stocked up on we haven't been to the pharmacy. I need to get all my needles and that for syringes for gear. So my injectable, I can't see them not doing that this morning. Essentially we've got Clen, T4, T3 and Cardarine. 37.5 micrograms T3 is the highest I'll go with that, so it's 1.5. The actual subs as well, this Turbo SLU and the methylene blue, this banging, like methylene blue especially, but obviously as I said the fat burners are in it. So T3 37.5, I won't really go higher than that just because I feel like higher thyroid. It doesn't care where it pulls energy from, you know, or where it burns calories from. So you run your thyroid too high, obviously you could, I say could because there's probably people out there who go, oh, I'll run 75 and I was fine. It's like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, it is possible you could lose tissue. if you're not smart. T3, if you take too much T3, I feel like it gives you a very stringy look, and also can potentially eat some muscle tissue. So 37.5 T3, that was usually I like that to start at 25, which is replacement. I don't really like using thyroid to burn more body fat. I like to just sit my TSH, free T3, free T4 at a good level whilst I'm dieting down. So anyway, that moved from 25 to 37.5 micrograms. T4 from 100 to 150. The reason that gets bumped is just because I have seen some people who are taking T3 only, their free T4 is low because their body is utilising all their T4 to convert to T3, and then they have no stores of free T4 left. So generally, if you have a higher dose of T3, I would have a higher dose of T4, so it covers both aspects there. And then the cleanse, I'm running that 120 micrograms, which is free, it's the highest I'll go. Again, I'd like to just get away with maybe 40 or 80, but I'm pushing things this next. We've got 5 weeks from yesterday, 5 weeks out, it's gone so quick. So I'm kind of putting the turbos on. I have been putting the turbos on for the last 2 weeks really, and I'm going to continue that to get ready for this first show. And then just, I'll probably drop T3 and clean down and T4 as we get between shows, just to get better. It's just going to create a fresher, less fatigued look. I did have your Himbine at home, but I didn't bring it out because it's basically gone, but I've got Focus Fire from Biolab, which has got some caffeine in it, pre-cardio, and also some Rewalsine, which is alpha Himbine, which is a more potent version of your Himbine, which is alpha 2 adrenergic receptor agonist, whereas Clen is on the beta 2. So you've got 2 different effects there from the Himbine, the Clen, the T3, T4, and then Cardarine, just a pipette with a bit of liquid. So like, I've only been taking 10 milligrams of this. Really good for like the endurance, like or during your cardio. Quite strong. Usually I mix that with water. Let's get taking these now. I had to write down to make sure I didn't mess up the wrong pot, because you do not want to get these messed up, do you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with things that increase heart rate. But do you know what? I haven't felt bad on these burners whatsoever. 150. Usually, like, it hasn't affected my sleep, but I take them mega early, like upon wake now. I split my T3 dose as well into 25 and 12.5, just purely because it's better to have 2 peaks throughout the day of T3 because it has a very much shorter half-life than T4. T4's half-life is ages, but T3 I like to dose in the morning, and I'll do just before I train, just to keep a little bit more consistent levels of T3 throughout the day. So that is basically it. We're going to get onto cardio. I probably won't take the camera with me, so it's just walking on a treadmill. I don't think what I'm going to do today is I'm probably just going to do steps again. I did like 17k steps yesterday. My legs were hammered, so I'm just going to do steps again this morning. If I feel I need to do cardio, I'll do it post-workout at a different gym. But where I've been hammering on the spin bike and the cardio at home the week before I come away, I've lost a lot of body fat, but my leg lines were just, my legs were so inflamed. That's why I got a deep tissue yesterday. She's absolutely amazing. Her name's Belle, and listen, she's the strongest Thai woman I've ever met. She looks like a powerlifter, and she has me screaming on the bed. She was doing my calves and quads and hams and glutes, and I was in absolute agony. But obviously you got to push through it. You can't be a little pussy. So an hour and a half that was, and I needed that, but I'm aching everywhere. Like my scap hurts, my back, because she's opened my back up, my lower back hurts. Like, it hurts like I've got DOMS, which is good because it's all areas that are tight that needed opening, especially like near my feet and my calves from all the expenditure. So I had that yesterday, and pretty much ready to rock and roll today. But I'm just taking today a little bit slower this morning. I'll do my steps. We'll do a bit of abs, and then we'll come back, and then we'll have a big one. Alright guys, meal 1, cream of rice, whey, and strawberries. Birthday cake whey with vanilla cream of rice. But actually my favourite at the moment is the complete strength chocolate brownie with birthday cake whey out the freezer. Absolutely unbelievable. This is warm because we just, Tony just prepped this now for me, because we're literally, with Tony's work, we've got to be back for like 12:30 to start at 9:30, like UK time. So we're probably, obviously we got up early this morning, but we're gonna have to get up even earlier. To be honest, I think we're probably just gonna run with 1 meal before we train. She's got 2 weeks off nearly, like in total, at the 3 weeks we're here. It's only for like four to 6 days in the week, where we have to have 1 meal and then train a bit earlier than usual. So we're gonna probably get to the gym for like 10, whereas usually we'll train like 11:30 to 12 till like 1:30 to 2:30. So we're just gonna get 1 meal now and then I'll have 5 meals after. When we go to train at normal time, I always have 2 meals and then 4 meals after. So yeah, current meals are, you know, food sitting around 2.9 train days, 2.9-ish, just above, and then 2.5 rest days. And we're literally dropping at a good rate. I was 103 yesterday, and then obviously had the flight and the massage yesterday. I was 103.2 this morning, but I feel the skinniest I've felt in a long time. Like, you know, when you can just feel it in your clothes. Like my shorts are falling off my glutes because my glutes are getting lean. The massage yesterday has absolutely made a world of a difference. Like, I feel so much looser. It's the best massage I've ever had. So I'm probably going to get another one of them out of here if I can endure the pain. So yeah, we've got push today. So training split whilst I'm out here is going to remain the same. So I'll do chest, shoulders, triceps Monday, and then posterior, glutes, hamstrings, back first, then glutes and hams. Tuesday, Wednesday off. Thursday push 2, chest, delts, triceps again. Friday legs, Saturdays delts and arms. Actually on the Thursday I don't do delts now because I obviously have delts and arms on the Saturday, that's right. Then Sunday rest. So first session, can't wait to use the flex chest press, the flat flex. It's very similar angle to the Gymloco, but the Gymloco just feels like you're going to tear a pec every time you do it. The flex is a lot smoother resistance profile and just the way it feels. So I can't wait to do that. He's obviously got a Cybex Smith there, the Gen 2, which I'm used to using at home. Body Master Pec deck. Yes, I'm just going to film. I've actually got the audio on this camera is pretty good because I just uploaded it. I had a look at this morning's clips. This Osmo is amazing, but I've got the professional standard mics over there, so I'm going to mic up during the session, and I'll get a set of every exercise and take you through the whole push workout. Yes, guys. First session at Dungeon, about to go down. Body Master Pec deck to start with. There's so much new equipment here since the last time we came. So you've got a prime incline, the flat flex, which I said you've got an incline flex. He's got more leg. He's got a prime leg extension downstairs, 2 prime rows. He just keeps kitting it out. In terms of actual space that he's got, this is the world's best gym for like space-wise, like being a smaller gym, but just having everything you need. So yeah, I'm going to take you through the workout today. Let's get started. Set 1. Probably undershot that a little bit, but I'd rather do that just seeing where I'm at with certain things. So I'll do a heavier set in a minute. Three, two, yep.
Maybe go 4.
Yeah, go for
Top set, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Just the first one, ready? First one, ready? 3, 2. That's too heavy after that. Load the top a bit more. That flex fucked me, the flat one. So obviously, as I said earlier, split remains the same as it would at the home, but they've got a lot more kit here than when we spent 6 weeks here in November. So today we're just trying to find out what my push 1 is, and then what my push 2 will be Thursday. So obviously I did the Body Master pec deck, then into the flat flex, which is 10 times better than that Gymnaco. The Gymnaco feels like you're gonna tear a pec every set. Whereas the flex is a lot smoother. And then I did prime incline, which felt really heavy compared to what I've used in the UK. Obviously, don't know what that's about. Maybe just had a good few sets on the flat. And then we're going to jump into like a modified close grip here. I'm just trying to feel my tries a little bit more. My tries are definitely a weak point. So this will be my last pressing movement, and then we'll move into some probably side delts and tries. Because I obviously did delts and arms Saturday. And then I think my push 2 will most likely be definitely incline flex with an incline Smith, and we'll see what else. There's a Gymnaco plate loaded over there, which I haven't used, so I might try that out next session. So we'll see how these go. First working set. I feel like sometimes on a close grip press, if I go too heavy, I just feel my chest take over, and I don't really feel any tries, so I just want to keep that good connection on the tries. So I have to go light enough that I'm hitting like 8 at least, so I can keep that connection. Otherwise, like I say, I'm just trying to brute force it up. Feeling a little bit, I felt good at the start of the session, starting to feel a little bit more fatigued the last couple of weeks. But that's just because of the body weight drop. And we're on the right trajectory. I was 103.2 after obviously Saturday night's flight, but feeling a hell of a lot tighter than I did 2 or 3 weeks. So we've got 5, 7 and 9 left, and then anything else needed after that. I think there's pro calls like 11 and 13 weeks out as well from now. So, like I said, we put the turbos on for 5 weeks and we just continue to get better in between each show. I haven't had a feed up for 2 weeks. So I'm going to dig till the end of this week, most likely. I'm going to check in Friday morning, and then I'll assess if it's going to be a high day. It will just most likely one day, and then back to work. And then there might be one more in there before peaking. I don't think I'm going to use that first show to peak, based on how I explained it in the WhatsApp chat. We've got 5 weeks from now. This Friday, potential high day. Dig for, I think it's 12 days, another high day. Get some photos with food in me. The last weekend I'm here before we go back home, so that's 3 weeks away. Then that last 2 weeks back in the UK, I'll probably just dig and then use 2 high days for the first show. It's a first timer show. I'm not necessarily looking to come in looking 100%. 2 high days is enough to make me look full enough for a first timer show. The main thing is that we try and get as much condition as possible prior to the first one, and then I can start removing the cardio, reducing the steps, playing around with a little bit more food between shows. So that's why we're using this next 5 weeks to get ready. It's not to get ready for that show in 5 weeks, it's to get ready for the shows at 7 and 9 and the potential ones after that. So that's how I'm thinking about it. I've bumped another 10 on here. As I said, I film my tries, and then all of a sudden, because my tries are quite weak, after 6 or 7, I just feel my chest kick in, it's doing all the work. But I got like 14 on that last set, so I just bumped it up a 10 aside. We get like 8 to 10 here.
Good, halfway, at least 5 more.
Right, so push 1 wrapped up at Dungeon. What a session. Very, very good. Strength was obviously a little bit off as I hit the prime incline. You know, I'm starting to get a little bit fatigued, as I mentioned, in the gym, but it's all part of the process. At the moment, I would say I could probably feed up earlier than I'm going to this week with how things have been in terms of the physique, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep pushing. Today, I didn't do any cardio again. I'm just going to do 15 to 17k steps because I don't feel like, obviously I had yesterday off, I don't feel like I need to do it this morning either because I'm just dropping fast. But we're going to go sign up to a gym soon. I think we're going to go well fit, and I'll start using the watt bikes there, or wherever we end up, I'll be using a bike. But I was at home, I was doing 45 minutes fasted bike in the morning and then 25 post-workout or in the evening on rest day. So that's like 1 hour and 10 a day. And 3 weeks of doing that, I've dropped a lot. So what I feel I'm going to do is actually drop that cardio down to probably 40 to 45 minutes fasted only, because you do get a lot more steps out here naturally. I've already clocked like 11k and it's 2 o'clock and we're going to head back out, so I'll do 16, 17k today. So, you know, 15k steps plus 40 minutes on the bike, that's going to rack up every day. So I'll start cardio again from tomorrow. My legs needed a little bit of a rest. The knee feels good today. I'm losing a little bit of fullness and detail in my legs. Like you do too much cardio, too much steps, your leg look will suffer, obviously for the duration that you're doing that stuff for, but also even when you freshen up on peak week, whenever that is, if you push them too far, you're just going to lose tissue in your legs. So my main aim needs to be building or maintaining at least with the intensity during my leg sessions. And I had a really good leg session Friday, but my knee was kicking up a bit for the first time. So that's another reason why I've taken 2 days off cardio and it feels fine today. So obviously I've got legs Friday and that will be the high day, so I won't have cardio that morning. So I'm going to do cardio Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then I'm going to have the high day Friday. I will decide whether to have 2 high days. Probably won't, because I'm probably going to have a high day and then a sushi meal in the evening. It depends what my body needs. It's all based on, at the moment, what I need. I'm definitely going to need 1 day by the time we get to Friday. It might be a case of we run 1 really big high day Friday, a moderate day Saturday, 600 carb only but low fat, and then back to digging Sunday, because we are out here so it's the 18th of August, we're out here till the 7th. So what I'd like to do is get some photos post-workout this Saturday after the feed up, or feeding up Saturday morning as well. Then I'm going to dig, let's say we start digging again Sunday, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more days digging. And you've got to remember, the leaner you get, it seems to be like your body becomes a furnace at some point on prep. Those people that have got like this close, I've had clients like, you have to really, really be careful and manage. You can't dig them. Like for example, Chow, I've just pulled his cardio down. He was doing 2 cardios 4 days a week and then the other 3 days just fasted. But I've dropped his cardio frequency and the minutes he's doing, because he's getting to that stage now where he's dropping fast. And if you push someone too hard, they'll go the other way. It's just knowing when to do that. And I can see that in a physique, and I know how I feel. Not in terms of, I don't feel fatigued really today, I feel good. But the body fat's coming off, and by Friday I'll definitely probably feel the fatigue. Top up, fatigue again, top up, fatigue. Or instead of a top up, you do a de-output meaning like what I've done this weekend. I didn't have a high day Sunday or today, I just dropped my cardio down, kept my steps moderate or at a decent level. So I'm still dropping body fat, but I just needed 2 days, like especially with a massage roll, I just needed 2 days to rest my legs a little bit to get ready for the next push. And then I'd like to have a feed up on the 4th, which is a Thursday, and then we'll get some photos on Friday and Saturday before I come home, because by that point I will be 2, 4 and 6 weeks out. So it'll be nice to see how I look at 2 weeks out with a bit of food in me. Then I will probably dig another 2 weeks. Like I said, that first show, I'm more just going to use that as 2 high days going into a show. I'm not going to use the whole week to peak. I will obviously I'll take the cardio out Monday so that my legs are fresh. But like a peak generally should start 7 to 10 days out. You should be building food back up, or if you're running the low day, deplete high day protocol, you need to at least be dropping the cardio out by early on that week, freshening up and then loading. But with me, for that first show, my aim is condition for the following 2, and then any shows after that. So I'm just going to use that first peak week for the show on the 21st September. If I don't win that show, I'm not too bothered, because it's my first show, I just want to enjoy it. The pressure for me is the pro qualifier. Nobody has done first timer to pro in the UK in open bodybuilding in the same season, let alone 4 or 6 or 8 weeks. So for me, I need to be fully focused on obviously the Two Bros Regional, the PCA London that weekend as well. And then the big one is 9 weeks from now. And then I've still got 11 and 13. There's pro qualifiers, I think. France, there's Denmark, or Spain, I think. So the opportunities are there, and looking at my physique now when I do check-ins, apart from the conditioning in my legs and my lower back, 9 weeks from now is a good amount of time. Like, I actually feel this last 10 days, I've really managed to pull it in. Like, I was feeling behind. All of a sudden, I don't feel too far behind for the following 2 shows. I feel on track. And then if I need more shows after for the pro qualifiers, I'm just going to get even better between with doing less work and more food and reducing that stress on the body. Because understanding getting peeled, you're not going to look at your best when you get peeled. You're going to look your best when you get peeled and then drop that fatigue or stress or inflammation, whatever you want to call it. And people can sometimes overuse the terms fatigue, but let's be honest, if you get peeled and you've been doing a lot of cardio or steps and low food, or no matter how much food you're on, if you get peeled, your body is under stress and fatigue. That's true fatigue. So you need to manage that going into a show, which is always why it's good to be ready early. So we'll get some photos on this Saturday, see how I'm looking. Test Master Anavar at the moment. I've got everything with me in terms of DHB, Winstrol, stuff like that. I'm just going to decide what I want to do that. We actually didn't manage to pick up the syringes that yesterday, so I've got to go to the pharmacy when we sign up for the gym, and I'll do a jab tonight. I'm probably going to just keep it as it is this week, get a little bit more conditioned, have this high day, see how I look. And like I said, I said in previous videos, I probably won't use the harsh orals for a long time. I'll probably just do them on peak week, like the Winstrol and the Superdrol. But what I might do is chuck a little bit in on one of the high days to see how the high day makes me look with that specific oral in for a day or 2. So for example, this Friday, I could put in 25 milligram Winstrol Friday, Saturday with the Anavar, have the high day Friday, and then get the photos on Saturday, so I can get a little bit of a representation of how the oral and the food is affecting the physique. And also it's not putting the body under or the liver under a lot of stress. Like, do you need Winstrol for 8 weeks? No. Do you need Superdrol for 5 weeks? No. You're using these orals to create the best physique possible. That will only come when you're peeled. And obviously I still won't be peeled 3 weeks from now, but I'll be lean enough to where if I put a bit of Winstrol in for 2 days, you're going to notice it, and it's going to make you a little bit drier, a little bit tighter, a little bit fuller, a little bit harder, and then you can go, right, this is the dose that I'll use on peak week. So in terms of the oral that will remain consistent, it will just be Anavar at 25 milligram pre-workout is what I did today. I am running very flat, like I'm getting a pump. Don't get me wrong, I'm not getting no pump at all. I'm getting all right pump. And when I'm posing, I can see the tissue that I've built in this last off season, which is nice. I always say to people that I coach, when you look thick and dense whilst you're flat, that's when you know you've packed on a lot of muscle. So that's my aim, is to even know when I'm really flat, someone to be like, well, not someone, or people that are high up in the industry to go, this guy's got a lot of tissue there. And the guys that I'm around in Dungeon are those guys, Abdullah Ali, everyone at Dungeon, they're going to be honest with you. So when they see the physique this Saturday and at the end, we'll take their opinions on board and their criticism, because that's what I need. I'm open to every type of criticism because, you know, you use it to get better, and these are people at the top of the game, so you've got to listen to them. However, I have enjoyed coaching myself because I have that good mindset and outlook on myself as well. Like, when you're coaching yourself, you can't gas yourself up too much, but you can't completely have self-doubt all the time either, because you'll crumble either way. You know, people waking up thinking, oh, I look the bollocks, I look the bollocks. You don't look the bollocks. Like, say that when you're on stage with people trying to turn pro or actual pros. You know, I see Ali in the gym today. He's 4 weeks out. He's absolutely massive. Well, obviously, he's trying to get to Olympia. I'm looking at him, I'm like, this is what I need to achieve. If we train together and we get some photos together, I can see, right, this is the gaps that I need to fill to be at that level. And you want to be around people that ain't yes men saying that you look the bollocks all the time, or some coaches just gas their clients up. You know, that's never been me. It's always about being open and honest, especially more so with competitive clients who are actually stepping on stage. Because if you put someone on stage, you're not ready, the whole world knows about it. So when coaches are like, oh yeah, you're peeled, and they're like 4 or 5 weeks out, I think they're just more worried about money making and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap it up, and I will keep everything posted on Instagram. This is day 1 of Dubai, the first full day, and YouTube will be consistent throughout this week. Probably we're going to try and get a few up this week and every week from there on. And I'll get some videos of me posing at the gym, doing some rounds. But understand, you know, I'm probably not going to look my best this week, even with a bit of a feed up. You know, I'm not really lean yet. My legs are a little bit inflamed. I'll be obviously digging again this week from tomorrow with cardio, but it's fine. It's all part of the process. You need to keep taking those photos and videos, and even if you don't like how you look, you just got to keep showing up and ticking the boxes and doing your cardio, do your step. Just do it. Yeah, just do. You've just got to get up and get it done. I will always say to Tony, like, be honest, do you think I feel behind? And she'll say no or yes, or like Tony at the moment said no, and we both agree now I'm in a great spot to keep this train moving now. I've got good momentum, and like I said, for 9 weeks, you don't realise how long that is. 5 weeks is quick, it will come. But 9 weeks, and then the pro qualifier, I've got 11 and 13 if I need that. 13 weeks, there'll be nothing left. All the body fat will be off, all of it, by the first pro qualifier in the UK. So I've got 9 weeks to get inside out peeled, and then start removing that fatigue and start filling up into the show properly. So I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm going to do back, glutes, hamstrings tomorrow, so I might film that. We will see, depends how busy all my work is. But today I didn't have many check-ins or anything like that, so I just thought I'd film. And yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying the videos on the YouTube. I've started to be more consistent with it, and this Osmo that I've got, absolutely amazing. The mic, so easy to film in the gym, and I can still focus on my training. It's 10 times easier than the camera I had. So if anybody wants a camera, I've got a camera for sale for like 500 quid. So if you want that, just drop me a message. And if you are watching this and you're not a client or on Team LDB, just remember, we do elite lifestyle coaching and competitive coaching here. You've got myself as head coach, you've got Tony as assistant coach, who coaches females at a good level. And we get serious results with anybody who we work with, mums, dads, competitors, photo shoot, youngsters, whoever they are. You look at our page, you know we get shit done. So enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.